Hi, Matt from Modern Samurai here again, and today we're going to talk about punching without gloves. Now, before I go into this, guys, don't forget, subscribe, click the bell notification, and leave us a comment on things you want to see. Okay, so what we're going to look at today then is punching without gloves on. Now, obviously, we're aware that wraps and gloves were invented to protect the hands, not the face. And so what we're looking at is how to strike without that. Now, there's always a risk of injury when it comes to striking because impact is impact. Yeah, if I punch something, I'm impacting that something, but I'm impacting with my hand. All right. Now, people will say, don't punch people with a closed fist. There's a good argument for that. However, there are times when punching with a closed fist is the right thing to do. Or I say the right thing to do. That is the right thing within the technique. Yeah. So I'm not suggesting punching somebody in the face is the right thing to do, but you get what I mean. Okay. So what we're looking at then is the alignment of the punch. Okay. So what we want is the top two knuckles, the wrist and the elbow in alignment. Okay, there is a school of thought, and some people, some styles, they tend to punch with the bottom three knuckles. Personally, that's not for me, mainly because the alignment isn't actually there. So structurally, the top two knuckles seem to be the way to go. All right, now from here, what I'm going to do to practice this, I'm just going to go from a loose stance. I'm not going from a fighting stance specifically or anything like that. I'm just literally going to go from a basic stance here, and I'm just throwing the punch. Now I'm going to build up. This is a heavy bag. It will snap the wrist if you get it wrong. It will snap the wrist out of shape. Yeah. So from here, look, I'm just going to strike. Nothing major to start with. Okay, now, what you'll see there is I'm turning the hand and I'm striking this way here. Now, you can strike one of three main ways when it comes to that, okay? So we can strike with a thumb up, for want of a better word, so here, vertical fist. We can strike thumb towards us, here, or we can strike with what they call a natural position, which is in the middle. So from here, look, it's this way. The thumb's at this angle. So not here, not here, here. So if you reach out to grab something, if you naturally reach out, that's the angle that you would have, okay? So those three are the main angles that we're looking at here. So if I'm looking at straight here, so if we're looking at a vertical fist, again from the position I'm in, and punching straight out. If I'm looking for that natural position, again from here, and again then if we're looking at horizontal here, thumb facing in. Now from that position, the elbow rotates a little bit as well here. So, yeah, okay, now, very basic on that, but now what we can start to do is look to pick that up a little bit. So if I'm working on this technique specifically, if I'm working on, structural striking for my hand conditioning, then I'll be working that in set form. So if I just do a little bit, I'll show you what I mean. So from my position here, I'm just, now each time I'm doing that, I'm trying to connect with the top two knuckles, yeah? So if I do the same with hook punches, then from here again, I'm not starting with power, okay? So I start off loose, and then I pick up. Okay, so the idea is that I'm building tolerance to striking. If I'm used to hitting with gloves, you can be quite loose with that, and it's quite forgiving, all right? If you're hitting without the gloves, then you'll know when you get it wrong. All right, so if I show you a little bit of this with a little cheap Makiwara as well. So we've done some on the heavy bag, we're now going to come on to the Makiwara. Now, when we're looking at that straight punching again, we can look at the various hand positions. So we can look at vertical horizontal, or we can look at natural, okay? Now, for here, I'm just going to turn horizontal, and I'm going to rotate the hips into it. So from here, look, again, I'm not going to start flat out. I want to build up, I want to get the angles right, the positioning right, the structure of my wrist right, before I start throwing with full power, okay? So from here, look, so boom, coming in. Okay, now, if we look at straight like that, now if we look at a more hooking style, so what I'm going to do, look, is I'm just going to come more to the side here. Now what I'm doing, look, is turning into that hooking motion here. So again, rotation on the hip. Okay, and what I'm doing, again, making sure I connect with the top two knuckles. Alright, so just some of the drills you can try, guys, but if you're going to do this, start low, build up. Don't just start going straight into full power punching with bare knuckles if you're not used to doing it, because you will injure yourself. Okay, so guys, don't forget, like I said, subscribe, click the bell notification, give us a shout on things you want to hear. Okay, if there's anything you want to know about, let us know. See you next time.